to Talking About. I'm JC Alvarez.
I'm Cara Kilduff.
And we're still joined by Charlie the Matchmaker.
These boys are getting wasted.
And there's a phone ringing.
How unprofessional.
You were supposed to have turned that off.
It doesn't really matter because we have some really nice, cool, refreshing drinks that Herb Westphalen has provided for us. Cheers.
Happy Pride.
Happy Pride. And what we should note is that a lot of the drinks are reflective of the colors of the rainbow. At least when we started, they weren't.
I drank through half the rainbow already. It used to be dead, Kids Justice.
We like the purple ones.
That stuff just happens. It just happens. But it's, you know, one of the great things about Gay Pride, besides what we just saw in John's video, like all the festivities and everyone coming out, is there's so much great music and performance, and the arts really are reflective in the community, and that's one, I think, one of the things that's most exciting, because our community just gets more and more creative, and we're so happy that joining us in the studio today, we have one of those wonderful performers who's going to come in to perform a live song for us. Marti Gould Cummings is here, and he's going to perform a song from the musical Pal Joey.
I'm wild again, beguiled again, a simpering, whimpering child again, bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Couldn't sleep and wouldn't sleep, love came and told me I shouldn't sleep, bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I. Lost my heart, but what of it? He is cold, I agree. He can laugh, but what of it? Because the laugh's on me. I'll sing to him, each spring to him. I'll long for the day when I'll cling to him, bewitched, bothered and bewildered am I.
Oh, see, that's how you get a party started. Marti, join us on the couch, please.
Take my mic, somebody. Oh my God!
You know, that's...
I need a husband!
Oh, okay, all right, I'll get one.
Oh my God! The whole time I'm watching and I'm like, I'm divorced, drag queen. I need a husband.
Do I need a fifth pool?
Oh my God! I have my little mocktail. Hell, I'll get a transition and become a lesbian. I don't care. Just get me married. Oh, what is this?
It's very, very
It's delicious.
gay up
It's
here.
delicious. I love a mocktail. What the hell? Oh,
I just sat down all wet on the couch already.
I'm already tripping.
It's amazing. That was really beautiful, and
Thank you.
and if someone hasn't seen, it's amazing. It's out of control here today. You perform all over the city. You've got a couple of gigs in Clubland.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're rather conservative today.
I am. Well, I decided I wanted to, you know, I've been watching, you know, that RuPaul's Drag Race or whatever?
Yeah.
I've been watching how RuPaul does the boy, like the, you know, is a boy when he does interviews. And so I thought, you know, as boy as I can get, you know, a lady's blouse and some nail polish, but we tame it down a little.
Yeah,
You look amazing.
Because you do have a rather extravagant alter ego.
Yeah, well, I do. I consider myself a. Oh, look at me on the television. Hello there. I call myself a. I call myself a drag queen instead of a drag queen because
I like that.
Yeah, because androgynous drag, you know, I don't wear the breastises or the wigs or anything. I just blow my hair out and slap some powder on the chest hair and call it a day. But it's fun.
Well, honey, it's so funny that you say that because I've been to some clubs that you were getting ready to perform at.
Yes, I love Hugh, who you work with. I know
Yeah,
him
and
very
we
well.
run in the same circles, but I just always thought you were only half ready and you were half
Well, the trick is, my gigs don't pay me enough to buy all the makeup and the
we'd have to
wigs,
get you
and that's what
BB's
it is.
gig. We have to get you BB's gig.
No, my gigs do just fine. It's just the style that I like to do.
I love it.
And it's certainly,
It's different. It makes you stand out, and it's fun.
And it certainly has brought you a lot of notoriety between the community, and what a lovely voice, and what a great.
Oh, thank you so
Amazing.
much.
And isn't it great how, like, now, like, when you go out to clubs and you see these cabaret performers, they're actually performing live.
Love it.
It's very few it's very few places that you go to in the city now where you don't see all these performers live eating fruit.
You're not fruity enough, honey? Really?
Because they have to fill the potassium. They have to meet the potassium.
I need my
level.
vitamin C.
Now, when did you come to the city, or you're a native New Yorker?
I'm not a native. I grew up on a farm in Maryland, and I moved to the city.
In Maryland.
Maryland, fitting, right? I moved, it will be 6 years this month, June 23rd. When I was 17 years old, I moved to the city,
Oh
2 weeks after high school. And now here I am.
And you've been living the Pride
Big
life ever
star.
since.
Yeah, I love it. I love the city. I've had a very whirlwind experience for 6 years, a lot of ups and downs and ups agains and
Ups and downs.
ups and downs.
How old are you, 2?
I'll be 24 in July.
These shoes are older than 24.
Well, I love it when you said you've been married for or with your husband for 21 years. I was like,
yeah.
holy God, you don't look old
You were
enough to
in-
have that.
I
But that's
love
amazing.
you.
I love
you.
it.
He has a nice big wallet.
God, that's not the only big thing he has. Oh my God. Well, I love that. I was quasi-married once, and that was fun. So get me a new one. I'm ready. I'm ready.
That was your training.
That was my training. That was
Yeah.
my training. But
Next
it was
one's
a
gonna
good preparation.
You are so shy.
What's to come?
Now, do you find as a relatively young person, because speaking as an old person, that
I can't hear you.
well, I'm not speaking for you, honey. I'm speaking for myself. But it's sort of like, do you find that your generation is really settling down and just really looking for their soulmate?
No, I
See, Charlie, see.
No, I mean I guess it depends on what kind of circles you're running in. I mean, I have a lot of my friends are in the Broadway community and theater community, so we're very career driven at this
Yes.
stage in our lives. But also a lot of my friends are older. I hang out with a lot of people in their
Be careful.
my friends are older than I am. They're older than I am, and they're in their early 30s, and so their lives are at a different stage than mine is. But I do want a husband someday, but I like focusing on my career right now and making a name
You're a
for
career girl.
I'm making a name for myself, and then hopefully in a couple years I will have like a little black baby or something. That'd be cute.
Now, you were at
Thank you.
Asbury Park Pride, weren't you?
I was
recently.
New Jersey.
I was there too.
At Asbury Park?
Hi.
I was-
I'm telling you, we run at the same time.
I love it. Well, I was asked by there's a great theater company called Revision Theater.
I work with them too.
I love them. I did hair with them a couple years ago, and aren't they terrific? I
Love
love
them.
David. Isn't he fun?
I love
Oh my God,
David.
he's so cute.
Oh, he is.
Well, they asked me to.
Don't you marry David?
No, girl,
Look at this.
Popping pocketbooks. Are you kidding? So David, I'm kidding. I love you. I love David. I love Revision, and they've been so good to me. But they asked me to MC their segment of Asbury Pride. So I had a show that night in New York also. So I was in drag. God, it was just like just pounds of makeup and 12 hours of drag in the sunlight. And I was like, this is bogus. And it was nothing but lesbians. You would have
That's fine. That's
You would have loved
I
it
said,
there.
it was funny because I said some inappropriate jokes, and like half the lesbians were like, yes, queen, and the other half were like covering their
storming.
adopted babies' ears, and I was like, I'm sorry. Like, but then I got stuck in traffic on the BQE on the way back to my gig in New York, and I was like, God, like, what do I do? I had to stop, like, pull over at a diner and use their bathroom. I had to go so bad, and I had like lashes out to here, but like boy clothes on with the face. They were like, what the hell? So, we finally made it to the gig, but it was a good day. I love Asbury Park. So Revision Theater is doing Xanadu,
Xanadu.
Spring Awakening,
Spring Awakening.
some lesbian musical. I can't remember the name of that shit. And God, Timberland Boots the musical, and Little Shop of Horrors. So check that out. They're
Yeah,
really great.
Love them. Great
and
company.
there, in a nutshell, is Pride Month, folks.
Wow.
If you didn't realize you were tuning into our Gay Pride episode, now you know. Now, a lot of the stuff that you're doing is also you work for a lot of charities. You do a lot of charity shows. You're doing
Oh, I
something
love
for
it.
Ali Fournet.
I love Ali Fournet Center. I think I have very little notoriety. It's growing, but I think if you have even the slightest bit of public persona, you have to use it
Absolutely,
for
yeah, we all feel the
good.
same
You have to
way.
use it for
Absolutely.
good,
Yeah,
and
amen.
that's what you have to do. I think it's important, especially in our community. there's so many. I mean, I'm young. I'm 23, and there's so many people. I'm blessed with wonderful parents who love me and accept me for who I am, but not everybody is that fortunate. And the Ali Fournier Center for Homeless LGBT Youth is an organization that I work with. They're doing an event July 20th, my birthday, called Oasis. It's the second annual one. Pandora Box will be performing from RuPaul's Drag Race, and we have a lot of celebrity honorary host committee members coming. Yeah, you can go to alifourniercenter.org to get info on that. They're an awesome group of people, and they house homeless LGBT kids who've been kicked out of their houses. But we're dealing with some issues now where the state government of New York is trying to cut funding, which will slash beds, which is not good because I mean, you know, there's already thousands of homeless people in New York. Then you add a 16-year-old who's kicked out by their parents and has to resort to prostitution to get by, leads them into a life of drugs. It's just not a good situation for our community. So I think petition the governor to keep the places open and go to the website and help out.
And by participating in these events and really being out there, this is just a way that we can all help and really support.
And the
those
tickets for this event are really cheap. They're like $50 or $60. Like
great.
it's really, really cheap.
Oh, that's
so
good.
yeah.
Right, so the website again is
alifourniercenter.org.
okay.
And that's ALIFORNEY
Center.
I'm so happy that you can still spell.
Yeah,
Because
By the way, these are mimosas. Okay, I'm drinking them like
it's a mimosa.
it's a
Your tongue
mimosa.
is purple.
Is it?
Yeah.
it's like they're like little sweet tarts.
I love it. Oh,
But I'm with him. We have to give back
We
to the
have to.
community.
Yeah.
And at all of my
have
events,
to.
I always do my raffle. Anything that I raise from a raffle goes to a charity,
Right.
whether it be Ali Fournier, CUSAC,
well,
which
it's
is
so
for
important.
autism,
It's like, you know, if we're and it's like
many marriage equality.
Oh, I was just at their gala recently. I helped organize.
Honey,
with
I was
them.
there too.
Girl, I'm gonna have to get your number.
I can't believe we've never talked.
Well, girl, I'm gonna follow her on Twitter.
You
We're gonna make it work.
see matchmaker.
Well, it's, you know,
I love it.
like you guys said, this is really what Pride is all about and what really should be happening Pride Month. I mean, it's great. The parade's great and all the parties are great and we have so much fun and all that jazz. But you know, right?
But there's so much more to it. And this Sunday, if you're in New York, I host every Sunday night at 10:30 p.m. at the Ritz on 46. We have different Broadway guests, and this week is the Tony Awards. But in addition to doing a Tony viewing party, we're going to have people who are going to be involved with Broadway Bears for Broadway Cares Equity Fights AIDS, performing and stripping, and any tips you give the Broadway Go-Go Boys on this Sunday will go directly to Broadway Cares.
Brilliant.
So come watch the
Amazing.
Tonys, hear some fierce Broadway belters, and tip the hot Broadway Go-Go Boys.
Tip
and it
naked
goes
Go-Go
to-
Boys.